Yes guys, my name's Morsi and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another FIFA 21 career mode rebuild, and in today's video we are checking out the championship side, Reading. So the boys at Reading were suggested to me in the comment section of my previous rebuild, which was with Oxford United. And when I took a closer look at this team, I was insanely excited. Despite struggling in the recent years, Reading have actually been producing some really good talent. For example, this man, Mikel Elise, he is in my career mode, but we will be selling him on because he does actually play for Crystal Palace in the real world. We got boys down here like Richards, Ijaria looks like definitely one for the future. But what they do unfortunately lacking is a good squad depth and a lot of young talent. So that is where I'm coming in. I'm taking over Reading FC. The way these rebuilds work, guys, is I have to sim every single game. So I can spend as much as I can, play it like a normal career mode, but I can't actually play the games unless we reach a cup final. So if I manage to pull off a worldie and we get into the Premier League, we start pushing for the European trophy places, it's not impossible, and we do get to a final, I will play that on ultimate difficulty, on the hardest difficulty with competitive mode on. But guys, I want to waste no time and get straight into this. If you are excited, let me know down below, can we hit 10 likes on this video? If you enjoy these kind of videos as well, guys, make sure to get down in the comment section and let me know. I am away at the time this is going live. I'm on holiday for a week, so fingers crossed you guys are all good and enjoying your weekend. But let's crack on. So you just saw the team a minute ago. My main aim now is to probably sell on a lot of the deadwood, loan out a lot of the young players, and look to bring in a few people I've got my eye on. And of course, I will be simming through these games. I probably won't show you the result of the European International Cup here, but I will be playing the training drills to make sure our sharpness is on point. So let's do this, guys. Reading FC rebuild. Here we go. Guys, almost instantly we have sold our first man of this transfer window. Sonny Aluko ends up going out to Sheffield Wednesday for 620,000. And I need all the funds I can get my hands on right now because I don't know why Reading's transfer budget is like this, but it is shocking. We're a championship side of only 6 million to spend. Our wage budget is pretty respectable, but at the end of the day, we're not really going to strengthen our team too much with that kind of budget. I'm kind of hoping, I feel like it's a bit of a cheat, but I can use Mikel Elise as a bargaining chip to maybe bring in a decent player in that position. But in regards to the actual starting lineup, I'm pretty happy with what we're working with going into season number 1. The main places I want to strengthen are that centre-back and goalkeeper position, and then most importantly, bringing in the young talent for the next few seasons to come, and they will offer a nice bit of depth for us going forward. So here we go. Our first signing in the Reading rebuild is a Mr. Kana. The 17-year-old boy comes in from Anderlecht in the Belgian Pro League. We managed to offload the 32-year-old Michael Morrison, one of our OG centre-backs. And we did also pay Anderlecht 850,000 for the transfer. The man is 17, he's 67 overall as it stands, so he's definitely one for the future. I'm excited to see him progress over the next few years. I'm confident we got a baller on our hands. So guys, a really interesting one. I was looking to offload Puskas here, he was a striker on our bench. And we had a transfer offer for some boys. I believe it's Cardiff City, and they've come in with Josh Murphy. Pretty confident this boy has a brother who plays for Newcastle. Might be the same guy, honestly don't know, but they look so similar. So they come in offering us Josh Murphy and 310,000 for a player we're barely going to touch. Josh Murphy comes in, he's not the highest overall, but he definitely offers a bit of cover in that position. And he has the resale value. So that is a deal I couldn't refuse. Signing number 2 is in the building. We have gone over to the MLS to Sporting Kansas City and sniped up the young 18-year-old boy, Gianluca Busio. We had to pay 1.55 million for the young promising player, and we also offloaded Jaden Onen, who was a 59 overall 19-year-old geezer who was lurking about our team. So overall, super positive signings so far, boys. That is 2 17, 18 years of age centre midfielders who potentially could be our future midfield duo. And here is our first big money signing. Pretty much majority of our current transfer budget. We still got a lot of players to offload, but we managed to bring in the ex-Arsenal youngster, Christian Bielik, now playing his football at Derby. We sniped him up for 4.4 million. The man is 22 years of age, 72 overall, and he is a CDM slash centre-back. So I am converting his ass into centre-back, and he is going to be part of our centre-back duo alongside Moore for this season. So we are stacking up the money. We have sold our young 20-year-old English centre-half Tom Holmes all the way to the MLS. Minnesota United have spent 2.35 million to bring the man in, which is making me a bit happy. My transfer budget is looking respectable. It's a massive 3.65 million. Alright, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but the team looks strong going into the start of the season. We still do need to offload this man Elise, which means we need to bring in an established right winger to take his place. Also, we got a young lad by the name of Arkady Krylov. Definitely butchered that one. A young Russian boy who was in my original youth setup. We are going to promote him to the senior team and look to loan him out this season. But before I can do any more transfer wheeler dealership, guys, we are about to start off season number 1 in the championship against potential champions AFC Bournemouth. They are fighting for promotion this season. However, one thing I've not quite covered yet actually is where the board expects us to finish. So we've already signed at least 3 players under the age of 20, which is great, and they want us to gain automatic promotion. But domestic success is a low priority, but they still want us to get automatic promotion. So I guess we're going to have to fight for promotion this season, boys. A little bit earlier than what I expected. Playoffs potentially, but I would definitely take a first season promotion. But let's see how we're going to start off. As always with these little rebuilds, we do watch along with the first sim, just to get an idea of what the season's going to be like. So here we go. AFC Bournemouth quick sim. It's a 2-all draw. It's not bad. It's not bad. Guys, I'm going to crack on with selling players and crack on with simming matches. And of course, I'll update you if we bring in one more signing before the transfer window. So guys, it is done. Mikel Elise is no longer a Reading FC player. We sold him off to Atletico Mineiro, I believe in the Brazilian league, for 6.84 million. We do only get 4.9 allocated to our transfer budget. Hopefully that leaves us with enough to bring in that back. It definitely leaves us with enough to bring in that brand new catalyst right midfielder that we so badly need. So we have made our replacement right midfield signing. We have bought the young Belgium. I say young, he's now 23, but I remember this guy being the next big thing a few years ago. Didn't quite live up to it, but maybe he will now that he's found his way at Reading. Charlie Musonda from Chelsea for a fee in the region of 3.95 million. So it's a bit of a bargain. He's 73 overall. He's coming in to take that right midfield position. This is a rotated team for a cup fixture. But yeah, I'm happy with that signing, and fingers crossed the 4-star skills and 5-star week, but does a solid job for us this season. Alright then guys, we are at the halfway stage of season number 1. Just a little heads up, I am recording this career mode rebuild in stages essentially. So it's a different day from what you saw in the last clip. I'm super busy this week with work and other real world commitments, but we will find time to get Reading into the Premier League and where they belong. And at the halfway stage of season 1, it's fighting for automatic promotion is not looking good, boys. We're sat in 6th place. 10 wins, 10 draws, 3 losses. So the draws is pretty much where we're going wrong here. 3 losses is great. I'm fine with that. The wins, we need to basically find a way to convert the draws into wins. Do we have any top goal scorers? Let's have a little gander at how the team is doing. Top goal scorers for the boys. No, nada. Absolutely nobody. Zhao is in there for 8. Apart from that, that is all she wrote. Assists. Jaria actually getting 5 assists, that's not too shabby. And are the boys progressing nicely? Let's have a little gander. So I think this is now my first team going forward into the second half of the season. Fingers crossed we could secure playoff places for this season and get to the Premier League as quick as possible. But the boys are progressing nicely. Jaria and Richards. This left side is going to be beastly, especially in a few years once they keep progressing. If these guys can get to 80 plus potential, I'll be loving it. The rest of the boys, Bilet's gone up to a 73, which is great. Our CDM core is going strong. Swift is a 75 and Musonda, our most recent signing, is a 74. The young boys down here, Kana and Busio, are slowly making progress. Let's have a little look who our top goal scorer is. I mean, I know it's Zhao, but who else is up there? Have we spread the goals out evenly? We have. Okay, Jaria is smashing it from left mid, 7 and 6 assists. Swift gets himself 6 goals, 2 assists as well. And then the CDM, Josh Laurent, bagging 5 goals. So we're getting goals, which is great to see. I do still have a little bit of money left over in the transfer coffer. So come January, I may look to try and strengthen the squad a little bit. I may try and invest the money into some more youth. Hopefully look to grow them up over the next few seasons. And they could be players that could potentially feature in the Premier League season. But guys, I'm going to waste no time and crack on with the simming. And let's see where we finish in season number 1 of our championship. So the January transfer window is here and we have gone big. We are signing for the future. The 18-year-old boy, we've gone back to Anderlecht. And we have picked up Anwar Ait Al-Hajj. Probably butchered that name, but I gave it a good go. 3.7 million for the boy, 18 years of age. And he is 71 overall. So definitely one for the future, boys. And as it stands, a couple of games into the second half of the season, we are on fine form. We are currently in the automatic promotion places, so fingers crossed we can keep that going. If we could get to the Premier League season within 1 season, I'll be dreaming. But this man could come in as a cam, a right wing, and a centre mid, so perfect for rotation. And as I said, he's 18 years of age, so definitely room for potential. So guys, we have done something slightly questionable. We sold off Lucas Zhao, our current top goal scorer, for 4 million. FC Copenhagen came in and I could not refuse. I'm hoping it doesn't come back to bite me, but I'm confident with the funds that I got from this sale. I mean, he's 27, he's not getting any better. His potential was pretty much reached. and we have the likes of this chap to take his spot. And with the money that's coming, I'm pretty confident I can use that to invest a bit more wiser in the transfer window. And yeah, fingers crossed, boys. We are sat first as it stands, and we got a massive one up next. No messing about, guys. We have gone over to Bayern Munich's second team, and we have signed up the young, promising, bright Aquo Ari MB for 1.25 million. The 17-year-old centre-back / left-back is 64 overall currently, has a decent potential, and for that price, I couldn't refuse. Huge deadline day signing, boys, has been made. A backup striker. We have raided the French League 2 side Paris FC and signed the man, Diaby Fadiga. It's a great name. I'm a big fan of it. 1.1 million, 20 years of age, and a 65 overall. So he's not really going to compete. However, for the cup fixtures, he would definitely be handy for rotation, as I am prone in the first season of my rebuilds just to get rid of as much deadwood as possible, and we are left with a bare squad. But I'm happy with the team, guys. I'm going to crack on now, and the next update you will see if we are a Premier League team next season. So guys, as you can see on the screen, we have an away cup game against Norwich, and unfortunately I'm pretty certain that means one thing: we did not get automatic promotion. We managed to get playoff position, which is still good. I'm confident. It'll be good to see where we actually finish in the league shortly. But in the meantime, we've got the biggest game so far. Norwich away in the Championship playoffs. Come on, the boys. Can we start off with a W? 0-0 in aggregate. Okay. Build the tension a little bit. I'm still really damn nervous for this, boys. I feel like we progressed a lot this season. We strengthened in some really good positions. We got no injuries going into the next match, which is a positive sign. And we got the full strength team. Are we going to rock with these boys? We're just going to full send it. Tell you what, the big man Moore is coming in. Big man Moore is coming in at centre back. That is going to be the change we need for a 1-0 win. You ready? What are we saying? Reading against Norwich, a 4-2 win. The boys come out to play. Swift getting a hat trick. My boy. Reading's finally stepping up, and we play, I believe, is that Nottingham Forest in the next round? It is the playoff final. Nottingham Forest. Oh my days. I tell you what, guys, it would just be the ideal start to this rebuild if we can summon, honestly, digging deep in this game, boys. Reading lads, you have smashed it this season. We're in the mid to high 80s pretty much across the board, minus a few positions. But this is what it comes down to. Games like this, moments like this. Nottingham Forest. Come on, Reading. Come on, the boys. Just wasn't meant to be. I can't believe it. We came so far. So close to getting that Premier League football in season number 1. But I mean, rebuilds are here for a challenge. Okay, we're taking over a team that needs the right transfers to push back up to the Premier League. As you can see, we finished 4th just behind Bournemouth. 6th place, Nottingham Forest take home the W. I mean, all I can say is GG, and we move on to season number 2. So we start off our second season in the Championship by doing another ballsy play. We have sold our first team goalkeeper, Raphael, for 2 million to Union Berlin, which means we are in need of a brand new goalkeeper ASAP. The young lad, not with this chap, where is he? Southwood down here is currently our starting goalkeeper. That's not ideal. We need to invest the 2 positions I want to invest in this transfer window. I want a big out-and-out striker and then a brand new goalkeeper. So guys, we are not messing about this season. Season number 2 in the Championship, I need that automatic promotion to Premier League football. So we have gone and splashed out 10.4 milli on Lassina Traore, the ex-Ajax wonder kid, who actually transferred to FC Nantes in this career mode, but he's now a Reading boy. So guys, our brand new goalkeeper signing is here, and it's a debatable one. I'm an Arsenal fan in the real world, guys, and I have just gone and signed Runarsson, the man that Arsenal desperately want to get rid of, probably the most shocking buy alongside Willian last season. However, for Championship football, I reckon he's going to do a solid job. He comes in as our highest rated player. 71 overall. It's actually a downgrade on our previous goalkeeper. However, he's a little bit younger and he was pretty much penny. We also ended up losing our season opener against Bournemouth. So for the sake of it, I will sim the second game. And yeah, we started off with 2 losses. I'm not confident, boys. So guys, I cannot believe what I have just witnessed. PSV have agreed to me Ovi Ejaria's release clause. I didn't know the man had a release clause, but 11.5 million we lose potentially one of our best players. The man was almost 80 overall, and the left-hand side of Richards and Ajaria was top tier. And unfortunately that is taken away from us, boys. I don't know what to say, but we do get a bit of money into our funds, which maybe we can look to strengthen in this window. We definitely should, considering we've got 11.9 million to spend. So guys, we have managed to pull off the craziest deadline day signing possible. I've literally thrown every single penny I have, £11,171,435 to the Brentford banks for a man called Brian Mbeumo. He is an absolute cult hero on my channel. If on my Brentford career mode series, this man is top tier. So guys, we're at the end of season number 2, and when I said I'm not messing about, we are getting promotion this season. We finished 4th. However, finishing 4th isn't necessarily all doom and gloom. When you're in the championship, boys, you enter the playoffs, and did the boys bring out the goods? Let's have a little gander. We ended up beating Norwich in the playoff final to secure our place in the Premier League next season. I'm a little bit worried, a little bit concerned. If we don't strengthen correctly in this next transfer window, we may be dwarfed a little bit going into next season. But the boys, we did unfortunately lose our main man Ajaria. 11 million is all we got, or all we lost him for. I didn't realise he had a release clause, so that is a massive kick in the balls. But we've got our first 80 overall being Richards. Traore's up to a 77, which is great to see. We have actually agreed to sell on this chap. He wasn't happy. You know, I bought in Traore to replace him, but he was getting football, but he still wasn't happy, so he is ended up being sold. Busio actually got loaned out towards the end of the season. He comes back for the start of next season. So we're hopefully, with the money that we have, we're going to be able to strengthen this team correctly. But overall, the boys look strong. We will need a brand new right back, because this man is leaving also. So I've got a lot of work to do, guys. But let's waste our time and dive straight into season number 3. And that is season number 1 of Premier League football. So guys, we start off our Premier League transfer spending spree by bringing in a massive signing. A free agent. Mr. Almendra joins the club. 22 years of age, 72 overall. And he is mainly here to offer rotation for the cup fixtures if need be. Also, one of my youth academy players from last season, this man Crawford, I bought him in, I believe he was like 67 overall, and he was sent out on a short-term loan. He's come back as a 73. So I'm going to try and use him as much as possible this season as well. But this is the team that is looking like I'm going to go in with. I do still have a good 40-50 million to splash the cash, hopefully strengthened in a few positions. So we're about to get stuck into our first season in the Premier League, and we have raided Real Madrid for a striker I've actually never heard of. Borja Mayoral. 25-year-old lad, cost us 22 million in total, and he is a massive upgrade in our current striking position. He did have to have a contract of 87,000. Which is slightly insane and a little bit pricey. However, he comes in as an 81 overall to partner Traore, and I definitely feel more confident going into the season with this team. We've still got a little bit of money to invest if need be, and I feel confident in regards to our rotation options. Potentially a new backup goalkeeper might be needed, or maybe even a starting goalkeeper. But I want to give as much football as possible to the likes of Busio and then Kana and this chap down here on the bench, just to try and get their growth up as much as possible this season, as I'm not too confident. I don't reckon we're going to be pushing for mid-table. It is probably going to be a battle to avoid relegation, but then again, you never know. So another crazy transfer is here, guys. We bought Christian Bielek from Derby a couple of seasons ago in our first season for about 4 million. The young lad used to be an Arsenal youth prospect, and I remember watching him growing up a little bit, and he looked solid. However, he never quite lived up to the potential. But how the tides have turned. Arsenal have bid 30.3 million for Christian Bielek. It's a lot of money. However, this man is our captain. He is the big bruiser at the back for us. So, Arsenal, mate, get in the bin. And here we go, the start of our Premier League journey. It has come around quickly. I'm not sure if I'm 100% confident in the team that we've got at the moment. We're only going to find out one way how we're going to get on, guys, and that is by simming the first game against Spurs. Tough opponents. They've still got Harry Kane, Dele Alli, Heung-min Son. Enjoy that Jordan Henderson in their CDM. Maguire, Stones. But let's just full send this one. Quick sim against Spurs. How is this season going to go for the boys? It's not bad. A 0-0 draw. Spurs are probably, you know, title contenders with a team like that. So I would take that 0-0 draw, and it is a solid point and our first Premier League point. And as it stands, we're sat 6th in the table. So guys, I'm going to crack on with Sim in the first half of the season. I will update you if I make any transfers, but I'm pretty confident this is going to be the team going into at least the majority of our first Premier League season games. So let's waste no time and get stuck into it. So one last signing, guys, before we smash out the big chunk of our Premier League fixtures. We have signed the goalkeeper from, I believe, a French league team. I'm not too sure exactly who it was. It's not saying anything in there. Oh, there we go, Strasbourg. So we've rated Strasbourg for Binguru Kamara. The Senegalese international, 25 years of age, 6.3 million he ended up costing me. And he comes in as our highest overall goalkeeper. And most importantly, offers that perfect bit of rotational option in the goalkeeper department for the likes of Runnison and Kamara. They can rotate nicely throughout, which is great to see. But these are the boys that we're going to use for this season. So let's get into it. So guys, we are at the halfway point of season number 1 in the Premier League, and we have dived into the transfer window and picked ourselves up Mr. Charles Abbey from, I believe it's ASSE in the French Ligue 1. The 22-year-old striker comes in for 4 million and he offers that little bit of rotation. But most importantly, I hear you're asking how we're doing in the Premier League. And yeah, it's a bit of a struggle. So we were told to avoid relegation this season. That was our main objective, and we are currently joint third bottom with Southampton and Crystal Palace. So it's going to be a nervy second half to the season, boys. I have ended up selling on a few players. We ended up selling on Charlie Masondo, the guy we bought from Chelsea, I believe in season number 1 or season number 2, and he was a solid servant for us. However, we have parted ways with the man, and we have sold the big centre-back, the big Jamaican boy Liam Moore. He has gone to Moreirense FC. But those are all the deals I've done so far, guys. I still have a decent transfer budget and wage budget to work with, so I will definitely be strengthening the team a little bit. Wish me luck. Let's crack on with the rest of the season. So our last signing of the January transfer window is going to be the young English centre-half who's currently playing his football in the Bundesliga for RB Leipzig. I believe he was at Everton originally in this career mode. I've been scouting him for a while. I've had my eye on him. It is Jared Bramthwaite. 20-year-old centre-half comes in for 6.6 million. He isn't an improvement on our current starting 11. However, I feel like he offers that perfect rotational option to just about the right amount of depth to help us progress in cup fixtures also. And importantly, boys, our star player, Omar Richards, is out for 3 months. I'm fuming. 80 overall. Actually, he was 81 overall at the time. He was absolutely smashing it, but that 3-month hit is a big one. But fingers crossed, we could buckle our seatbelts and brace ourselves for the rest of the season and at least stay in the Premier League. So we are at the end of the season. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, taking a look at our last few months' results, it's nothing pretty. A lot of losses across the board. So I don't have the highest of hopes going into this. Fingers crossed, boys, that we have got another season of Premier League football and we have not hit relegation straight away. Are you ready for this? We'll do it together. Come on, the boys, what we saying? Yes, now 15th place. 9 wins, 7 draws and 22 losses with a minus 26 goal difference. So we got shafted. And in all fairness, I don't know what I've done there. I pressed the button without realising what I've pressed, but we finished 15th and we're joint on points with Southampton, who are in 16th, and it is insanely close, but we were, in all fairness, a good 9 points away from relegation, so happy days there. In regards to how the boys are progressing, Kamara's at 76, we got Runnison at 76 also. Omar Richards was injured for a good chunk of the season, but the man is sat at a solid 80. A lot of these youngsters here have been doing the youth academy behind the scenes. Majority of them have been loaned out or will be loaned out next season. Bramthwaite is a 73, McIntyre is a 75, Bielik's an 80, and so is Lawrence. So hopefully going into next season, we're going to have a few players hitting that 80 kind of tally, which would be great to see, because then it's just up from there, boys. Hopefully. And Swift as well is an 80 also. So we're looking pretty. This man, our youngster, 19-year-old Brandon Crawford, is actually being loaned out to AS Monaco next season. And Buemo's up to a 78. Abbey is a 74. Our big man, our big signing, Borja Mayoral, is 81. And Lucina is up to a 79. Who is our top goal scorer? My money is on Traore. It's got to be. No! Wow. So this man pretty much carried us in all aspects last season. Traore had an absolute shocker. 7 goals and 1 assist in 43 matches. My boys had a nightmare, but Mayoral showing his true class, getting 16 goals and 2 assists in the 39 appearances for the boys. And he actually finished 8th in the overall top goal scorer list. Sadio Mane getting 29 goals. Is that Gerard Moreno for Man United getting 25? Who actually won the Premier League? Let's have a little gander. It's got to be Manchester United by the looks of it. Are Man United Premier League champions? They're not. It's Chelsea. Man United don't even get Champions League football. Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Spurs are our contenders for the future. Those are the boys that we want to catch. But at least we get another season of Premier League football, guys, so I'm all happy days there. Let's crack on with it, sim forward into next season, and let's see if we can strengthen the team. So guys, we're at the start of season number 4 and our Premier League journey is about to begin. I am yet to invest any more funds into my team. As you can see, I don't know what the higher-ups have done, but they have absolutely shafted us with the transfer budget. I have sold on a few players as well, just to increase that a little bit. We've got about 25.5 million to work with. The starting lineup going into this season is looking strong though. We're getting 80s across the board, which is nice. Fingers crossed we can start to push up to middle places in the league. I hope that'll be ideal. As long as we survive relegation, I am chuffed personally. But you know the drill. We like to sim the first game, and it is against Watford. Potential rivals for us this season. Can the boys start off strong with a W in our first sim? 2-1 win. The lads, Mbeumo and Traore with the goals. Fingers crossed there is plenty more 3 points throughout this season. If we can secure mid-table, I'll be chuffed. We have just hit the absolute jackpot in the free agents, boys. This man here, Rabi Matondo, I believe he was previously at Schalke, and I actually had him on my scouted list. And I was just casually having a little skim over the boys that I have scouted and realised that he is in fact a free agent, so I wasted no time. Did not hesitate one bit and brought him in for the team. He offers so much depth on the bench. Look, we are slowly growing in strength, guys. He is a rotational option for left mid, right mid and striker, which is fantastic, and most importantly, he didn't cost a single penny. And there we go, big signing of the transfer window. Henry Onyekuru joins us from AS Monaco in the French league. 16 million we managed to pick him up for. He's only 26 years of age and he is currently 80 overall. He had about 11 months left in his contract. So he managed to undercut his actual transfer value by a big sum. So 16 million for a player like this. He is a massive upgrade on the starting lineup and also allows us to rotate a lot more throughout the season. So guys, that is where my transfers are going to end for this current transfer window. As you can see, we got 4 points from our first 2 matches. Fingers crossed there is more of that this season. I'm going to crack on and the next update will be at the halfway stage. So at the halfway point of the season, guys, and as you can see, our last 3 matches were huge wins. We beat Chelsea and Spurs away from home and Southampton, but before that, it was a rocky roller coaster. I think we went about 2 to 3 months without getting a win. It was just losses and draws across the board. So I don't necessarily know what to expect going into this. 12th, I was not expecting that. I honestly thought we'd be lower down in the position, but to be in 12th place at the 20 game mark is looking good. 6 wins, 7 draws and 7 losses, so a definite improvement from the previous season. And in regards to pushing any more further up the table, it's all to play for. In all fairness, we're only 4 or 5 points off 6th place, which is crazy to think. And in regards to relegation, as long as we stay in the Premier League again for 1 more season and we can keep building on our progress and our players going up and up and up in the overalls, I'll be happy. Let's have a little look at who our top goal scorer is so far, boys. It is Traore. He's back on the score sheet. Traore and Moyarel are equal on 10 goals, and Buemo's got himself 4, and then the rest of the boys are on low numbers down here. But we're looking good, boys. In regards to how our team is lining up now, 82 overall, Richards is our highest rated player. Onyekuru is up to an 81, which is sick. But our job for this season is not done, guys. I'm going to progress into the January transfer window. I may look to bring in a player or 2. I do have a little bit of money to work with, but nothing incredible. But anyway, if I do bring in somebody, you'll know about it. So we are at the end of season number 4, I believe it is. This is a very long rebuild, guys, and we're not done anytime soon. But as you can see, the boys at Reading have not finished in the top 8. As expected, we were aiming for a somewhat mid-table finish, and in fact, we finished 14th. So not much of an improvement from last season, but we were in contention for that top 11 places. West Ham only 5 points ahead of us at the end of it, and we were actually quite clear from the relegation zone, which builds me a little bit of confidence going into next season. In regards to top goal scorers, it is a little bit more spread out this time. Borja Moyarel bagging himself 17 goals and 9 assists, so he is pretty much carrying our team at the moment. Lassina Traore getting more goals, which is nice to see, 15 with 3 for him. And then the rest of the boys are chipping in here or there, you know, 4, 3, 5 across the board and a couple of 1s down here. In regards to actual growth and how the team is looking, majority of our players are hitting that 80 bracket, so we are low to mid 80s as it stands. We are still a long way away from pushing up into the European places. Fingers crossed my transfer budget is a little bit bigger than last season and I can work in absolute madness. In regards to pre-planned deals and pre-planned contract negotiations, we have agreed to loan out Charles Abbey on a short loan at the start of next season. Runarsson is very unhappy and he will be leaving us, so we will have to bring in a goalkeeper. And we have actually also, I don't know if there's a way I can really show this, but agreed a transfer, a pre-contract agreement with a young lad from Juventus, which I guess I'll show you in the next clip. So as you can see, guys, Runarsson departs, Abbey leaves on loan, and we have got a pre-contract player arrival, a Mr. Nikolai Baden Fredriksson. I believe he's from Denmark. I've never heard of the chap, but he was playing his football at Juventus, and he was entering his last year of his contract. Here he is, 77 overall, so we managed to get him on a free transfer, and he is the perfect backup striker for this season. We've also got our main man Crawford smashing it. He is now 79 overall at the age of 20. So this young man will definitely get used a lot this season as well. And in regards to the rest of the youth players, I will look to loan them out here and there just to keep their growth going. But let's do my favourite thing, check out the free agents. So guys, we have pulled off something quite cheeky. A 1-year free transfer for a man who is a massive 83 overall. We got the Ultimate Team legend Acuna joining our ranks for this season. As I said, he was a free transfer. All we had to do was offer him 50k a week for this season. He comes in as our joint highest overall player instantly. He helps with rotation, and I feel like he can offer us a lot more going forward, especially if we start him in that left mid position, and then we can look to rotate the team a lot more throughout. But let me know what you think of that one, guys. Is it a rookie mistake? Should I not have bought him in only for 1 season, a 1-year contract? Yes, now boys, another signing added to Reading FC. We seal the deal for the big, promising English young goalkeeper. He's 26 currently in this career mode. Aaron Ramsdale joins us from Sheffield United. He's a bit of a career mode staple in a lot of career modes I've seen this year. He has super high potential for a young English player. Only 14 million we had to spend on him, and he comes in as that starting goalkeeper for us. And now we have 2 insanely high rated, well I say insanely, 79 and 77 are our 2 goalkeepers. Both same age as well, so you know, I'm pretty chuffed with that. Another one added to the list, Trevor Chalobah from Chelsea. The man comes in as a 78 overall CDM centre-mid centre-back, a bit of an all-rounder in that central centre-back defensive position. We managed to pick him up in a little cut price deal because he had about 11 months left of his contract. So that is a massive W, as a few of our players, a few of our defenders are starting to get on a little bit. And I feel like he could come in and be nice cover for those boys. And here we are, the start of season number 5, the start of our 3rd Premier League season. And the team has progressed a little bit. We've only improved in 1 main spot, well 2 main spots. Acuna coming in at left mid and Ramsdale coming in goal. But most importantly, our depth is top tier now. Got the likes of Matondo, Onyekuru, Crawford is killing it right now. Chalobah, our new boy. We've got 2 insane young promising centre-backs coming through and another good rotational keeper. And we've even got really good reserves, boys. The new lad we got from Juventus doesn't even make our main team at the moment. But this allows me to rotate the team a lot throughout the season. But enough waffling. Game number 1, Brighton away from home. Is this the season where we start to progress a little bit forward, boys? Are we pushing maybe for this? Okay, it's only up from here, surely. A 3-0 loss to Brighton in game number 1. I don't know where Brighton finished last season, but I'm pretty certain they weren't up there, that's for sure. Anyway guys, I'm going to crack on, and the next update you will see us at the halfway point. So guys, we are at the halfway stage of this Premier League season, and as you can see by our recent results, nothing short of horrific. Losses across the board. I don't think we've had a win in about 8 matches now, which is slightly insane. 2-1 losses across, 5-0 to Man United. Yeah, it's not quite the advancing season we were after, boys. We are currently sat 17th, so even worse than where we finished last season. But the lads are progressing. We're getting better and better and better. We're just somehow not getting the results that we're after. I'm at a bit of a standstill at the moment. I still have a lot of money to bring in. My managerial rating is 53. A lot of it is based around youth players. That's what I'm going to focus on the rest of the season, is bringing in players in my youth academy. So fingers crossed we don't get fired. I hope not. At least we can progress a little bit further and hopefully finish mid-table, boys. That's what I'm after. Our top goal scorer so far this season, probably not going to be a high flyer. 8 goals, and it is that man Mayoral. So as you can see on the screen, we ended up selling on Rabbi Matondo, a man we bought in as a free agent a couple of seasons ago. We will only use him as a rotational option in our current team, and we managed to get 16.5 million into our transfer coffer, which has allowed us to bring in this geezer. Are you ready, boys? Big man Joseph Willock. Big Joe, he joins the Reading Army. He's coming in as our out-and-out best attacking midfielder, and he ended up costing us 28.4 million. So guys, we are at the end of season number 5. This was supposed to be the season that we pushed forward and got into at least the top half of the table. I believe the board wanted me to get European places, and let's just say we fell a little bit short of that, guys. We finished 17th. Even worse than last season, we had an absolute shocker. I don't know what was going on at the club. Nothing just seemed to work. 8 wins, 9 draws, 21 losses. We conceded 70 goals, which is almost the most in the whole entire league, which is slightly mind-blowing. Like, considering the team that we've got, these guys should not be where they are. Our back four, we got 284s, 280s, and a 79 goalkeeper, and the rest of the boys are slowly progressing into that middle 80 bracket. Something just did not gel this season, guys, but it's fine. Well, to be fair, I don't know it's fine. For all I know, I could be fired right now. So let's progress together and see if we get another season at Reading. Come on, the boys. You know you want to do it. Is this good? Remain in the post for next season. It's not over yet. So guys, we are starting off season number 6 in the Premier League, and we have a couple of departures. Our ever faithful captain, Johnny Swift, has actually left us and he has joined West Ham United. He was getting on a little bit in his 30s, 79 overall. I felt like it was time to clear out some dead wood. And then we also signed on our free agent we picked up last season. Nikolai Baden Fredriksson leaves the club to Athletic Club. Because the 17 million fee for this man is a top bit of transfer magic for myself. And we also have got a transfer budget increase. Look at that, 71.01 million to spend this season, guys. So I'm going to waste no time, get into that transfer market, and I'll update you as we go along. Alright then guys, we have gone into the transfer window and spent big. Signing number 1 is a brand new right back / centre back. We bring in the 24-year-old Lucian Gertruda. Sounds about right, doesn't it? 37.7 million for this man, and he comes in as an 83 overall. So an instant upgrade, and we're not done there. Are you ready for this? Brace yourself. The biggest transfer so far. Tammy Abraham joins Reading. We bring in Tammy Abraham for a measly 20 million, but we also added our striker Borja Moyerau as part of the transfer. That man was our top goal scorer last season, but he's getting on a little bit and the potential growth is starting to stutter down. This man comes in at an 85, which is our highest overall player in the whole damn team. And he's still only 27, so a few more years left to improve. So fingers crossed this man is going to carry us to some W's, boys, because I cannot stand another relegation battle this season. Our team looks stacked, for damn sake. We've got an 85, an 84, an 83 across the back three. That midfield is looking incredible, and our 2 strikers are dangerous. Then they may be the only transfers I'm going to make in this window, guys. I'm going to sim forward to the start of the season. And let's quickly sim that first game. And game number 1 is no other than the mighty Spurs. And in this career mode, Spurs are one of the top 3 teams every damn season. Their team is absolutely stacked. A lot of their team are completely different. Rodri, Højbjerg, Armada, Keane, I'm uncertain who he is. Human Son is still rocking it. Sigankov is coming in. Regulon, they got, is that Emi Martinez in goal? Demiral, the young Juventus centre-back. So it's a crazy looking team. But boys, this is the season where we start pushing forward. This is it right now. No more messing about. No more nonsense. So we start off with a 2-0 loss, but that is fine. We are going to bounce back, mark my words. The next update, you guys will see me at the halfway point. So guys, a bit of transfer deadline day madness has just happened. I'm not too sure what league they're in, but they have just come in for a £35 million bid for Henry Onyekuru. I keep trying to call him Henri, it's just force of habit, guys. But we bought this man for about 15 million a couple of seasons ago, and I just could not refuse this offer. We've over doubled the price that we paid for the man, and he's getting on a little bit. And in all fairness, he was mainly a rotational option for this season anyway. And that also means we got 44 million to work with going into January. But I had to bring in an option just to use maybe for cup fixtures, guys. We've gone and bought the young lad Brandon Pierrick. I believe he's 23 years of age and 73 overall, and we only ended up paying 3.7 million for the boy. So the January window is here, guys, and we have splashed the cash. This is our record signing, 41.5 million for a man, once again, I have never heard of, but he is killing it in this career mode. We picked up Cody Gakpo from Chelsea. The 26-year-old comes in on a 100 grand a week contract, and he is now our starting left mid, guys. He comes in as an 84. Just look at the state of that team. Where do you think that team would finish in the league? Honestly, give me your honest opinions now, because we're currently sat in 4th. I don't know how it has happened. We have gone from just scraping relegation to finishing, well, we're 4th at the halfway stage, and we are killing it, guys. I'm noticing results against the big teams. Let's just take a second to appreciate Brighton and Leicester City kicking ours as well at the top with us, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm prone to getting ahead of myself in these kind of situations. I need to be sensible, but I just hope we can get European place this season, guys. In regards to top goal scorer, we have got big man Tammy Abraham on 11 goals for us, and then Lassina Traore gets 8. Joe Willock, 7 and 4 assists from the cam roll. But I am loving the team right now, guys. We are getting up there in overalls, and fingers crossed this signing of Gakpo could just push us into the European places, or at least help us secure those places. And Bielek, by the way, is an 86. I can't remember exactly what overall this man was when we got him, but he's still 28 years of age and still absolutely killing it. But anyway, wish me luck. I'm about to sim the rest of the season, and fingers crossed Reading are playing some European football. So we are at the end of the Premier League season, and it was a pretty strong end. Considering we were 4th at the halfway stage, we did have a little rocky patch, unfortunately. We got like 1 loss in 3 months. So I don't think European football is happening this season, boys. But let's find out where we finished. Joint 7th. So we ended up choking all kinds of European football, but the main positive is this is a huge upgrade from finishing 17th last season. The boys are starting to find their form, which is great to see. We finished joint with Aston Villa and just 2 points off Chelsea. And if we had got an extra win somewhere, we would have pushed into the European places. Leicester taking the league title, Brighton finishing 5th, and City, United and Spurs getting the rest of the top 4 places. Let's have a little look at who our top goal scorer was, guys, before we have a little gander at the team. I'm assuming Tammy Abraham. 21 goals for the boy, 12 for Lassina, Joe Willock getting 11 from the cam roll, and Buemo chipping in nicely also. And in regards to actual development and how the team is looking going into next season, I'm pretty confident I had a few suspensions at the end of the season. Here we go. So these boys are going to come in strong. So the team going into next season is pretty much looking like mid-80s across the board, minus a few places that we can definitely look to strengthen. I may look to actually sell on Lassina Traore. I don't know what's going on, but he's not gone up a single overall the past few seasons. And I feel like if we get another player who's that high 80 overall bracket alongside Tammy Abraham, we are going to be that much more deadly. But those are the boys. That is the season, guys. And we're still going. This rebuild is it's a very, very long one. So if you're sticking with me, you're a true legend. But let's get on to season number 7, is it? So guys, the start of another season and we have gone big so far. Mr. Josh Laurent leaves us for a transfer to Sevilla. He's getting on, he was 32 years of age and I managed to rake in 80 million for the man. Next up, I managed to pick up 2 free agents. This one right here, Mr. Teguia? I'm gonna butcher that, guys. It's super late at night, apologies for that. But the Spanish man comes in, 24 years of age, 80 overall, and he was a free agent. The second free agent on our list, you know I love a free agent. The 19-year-old boy, Mata Arnaiz, comes in, 74 overall as it stands, and he's a right back, centre back, right wing back. Definitely one for the future. But our defence at the moment is just so damn solid. The only place I really could strengthen is the goalkeeper, and we may look to do that. But guys, we have done something crazy. We have signed a brand new striker, and we have also done a player swap with Lassina Traore. The man, I don't know what was happening to him. He wasn't happy at the club. 2 seasons, didn't progress a single bit. He wanted out. He would not sign a contract negotiation renewal. So we managed to flog him on and 10 million for Wolves striker Calamundu. The young guy who actually started his career at PSG, I'm pretty certain he's still at PSG in the real world, comes in as our striker to partner Big Tammy Abraham for the season. This is 100% the season we are not messing about, boys. Another big signing. We bring in the Norwegian boy Hog, I don't know how you pronounce that one once again. We had to offload Brandon Crawford because he was refusing to sign a new contract and 11 months left. We offered Milan 23.3 million and the young Englishman for this chap. He comes in as an 83 overall, and I'm pretty confident I could play him as a centre midfielder as well. And last but not least, we needed that big shot stopper in goal, and we have gone to the Bundesliga, Hoffenheim to be exact, and we have picked up Morales. 37.1 million, and Tom McIntyre was the price for this man, but he's 26 years of age, 84 overall. And that is a huge upgrade on our current goalkeeper spot. So the team going into the start of this season, that we have to be challenging for European places. So here we are then, guys, the start of the season. My team has been upgraded big time. We strengthened in pretty much every position. Every single player now is 80 plus, and we're pretty much sat in the middle 80 bracket. Honestly, we're on season 7 or 8. I don't know, I've completely lost track. I've been recording for so damn long. We've been taking days off just to recover after these big sessions. But this is the season. European football is coming, boys. Let's do this. So first game, Sim against Fulham. Start off strong, we get a win. Fingers crossed there's plenty more of these throughout the season. I'm going to waste no time. We're not going to do any more transfer deals. My budget is in the bin as it stands. I'm happy with the team. Let's crack on, and I'll see you at the halfway stage. Yes, now we are at the halfway stage again, guys. It looks like a pretty convincing season. A lot of draws across the board though, which means we definitely dropped points. And we're currently sat 1 place out of the European places. So 7th is where we are currently. Them 9 draws are kind of kicking us in the balls, I'm not going to lie to you. But we are still in contention. 5th place is a little bit out of reach now. But Leicester City and Villa and us are battling for that 6th spot. And that is where we need to finish this season, guys. No messing about. Let's have a little look at our top goal scorer. It is Joe Willock. Joe Willock from centre midfield has 11 goals. Tammy stepped off a little bit. Calamundu with 8 and Gakpo getting 7. So well-rounded, but Joe Willock, man, he is taking the team over, putting them on his back. And we are looking strong, by the way. That is a European looking team right there. So fingers crossed we can get there. Is this the moment, guys? Have we clutched up European football? Looking at our past few months, the majority W's, a lot of draws across the board. We just need to literally leapfrog Leicester one place. You don't understand how long of a grind this has been, guys. I've been recording over multiple days. And we have finally got European football and we have smashed it out the park. 17 wins, 14 draws and only 7 losses. Let's have a little deep dive into the team and see what we are working with going into what is going to be our last season. Bielik is an 89. This kid, he's probably a 30-year-old chap now, is killing it still. Abraham, Kalamundu, Gakpo, unreal signings for the boys. A lot of players we will need to strengthen next season, that is for sure. But with European football comes money, right? At least that's what I'm expecting to see. A big transfer budget. Top goal scorer, place your guesses. Tammy Abrahams comes in clutch. The man stepped up big in the second half of the season, getting 17 goals. Gakpo gets himself 16 and Joe Willock on 14. Boys, let's waste no time. I'm absolutely shattered. This is going to be the last season we do on this career mode. We have European football. Let's invest big in this transfer window and go out with a bang. So as this is the last season, guys, I want to invest big time. The man has been here since the start. We're on season number 8, by the way. Rino Mahota leaves us for 58.9 million to Everton. And that puts our transfer budget up to a measly 130.33 million. So I am going to splash the cash, guys. I want to strengthen this team big time and go out with a bang. Potential Premier League push in the last season. That is the aim. So leave it to me. I'm going to invest where I can and let's do this. Our brand new record signing is in the building and this one is for Ribby, my chief scout, you absolute hero. 70.7 million has been spent on, I believe it's Leipzig's Dane Scarlett. He's a Spurs player in the real world, but I'll put that aside for now. 70.70 million. No messing about. He comes in as he's our second best striker in behind Kalamundu. But what he does offer is that rotation. And if you've been watching all this video, you will know I'm all about rotation for this season, guys. Still have a lot of money to spend also, so I will try and invest where I can. I've got a few people I am scouting. Raz will spend as much as we can in this window and just go full ham sandwich in this season. Big signing number 2 is in the building and we have gone over to Arsenal to get Boubacar Kamara. This man, I believe, is in the French league in the real world. 27 years of age in this career mode, 53.4 million. And he comes in as our best CDM, 86 overall, I believe. So it's an upgrade on our previous centre defensive midfielder. I feel like that is the big money signing that is going to hopefully push us forward in the Europa League, guys. I'm not going to lie, I am nervous about this season. I want to literally challenge for the top 4. I want to progress in the next Europa League as well. So let's start the season off strong. Aston Villa. Their team is pretty sick, to be fair. Grealish is in his mid-30s by now, but the rest of the boys are strong. But let's look at that team. Bielik is a 90 overall. Absolutely kicking ass. And we're going to start off with a win for the boys. Make it happen. There we go. It's our season. It is our season. So I'm going to have some fun, guys. Smash through some sims and I'll meet you at the halfway stage. Fingers crossed we are going strong, guys. And you never know, we could be pushing for a Premier League title. Alright then, guys, we are at the halfway stage and we are sat pretty in 6th place. So this is where we finished last season. I definitely want an improvement going into the latter stages of this season. I would love a top 4 place in our final season, boys. I've said season so damn much, but don't worry, we are still in European football. We absolutely smashed our group. We finished 1st place and we progressed into the knockout stages. I just want to reach a cup final. Is that too much to ask for, guys? But I'm going to keep on simming away, guys. I'll update you if something crazy happens. But the team itself, Tammy Abraham was unfortunately injured for 3 months. So top goal scorer, stepping up to the plate, Brian Mbeumo. Our boy is loving it right now with 12 goals and 1 assist. Scarlett getting 10 goals in his debut season for the boys. And Bielik stepping up, 91 overall, this man, by the way. But enough waffling, let's crack on and let's get to the end of this season, guys. I'm excited, I hope you are too. Let's do this. So guys, we are still going strong in the season, and as you can see, we have reached our first final of the video. It is the EFL Cup and we play Leicester. It's the first bit of gameplay, guys. I am 7-8 seasons in right now and this is the first game I am playing. Not gonna lie, I'm absolutely shattered, so the glasses are coming on for this one. Ultimate difficulty competitive mode is on. Can I get a bit of silverware, boys, in our last season? I hope so. I have been recording for so damn long. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but we're still going strong, by the way, kicking ass in the league. And yes, we are still progressing in the EFL Cup. We are not stopping anytime soon, boys. But let's do this. Leicester City Cup final. Come on, the boys. Come on, Reading. Not gonna lie, guys. It feels good to get to use the players that I have bought and used for all these seasons. It's a nice little reward at the end of it to make a cup final. And we got here by beating Spurs on penalties, by the way. 4-3 on penalties. It was beautiful to see. Don't know what's happening. We tackled each other. Oh, what a ball. Gakpo to get the starting goal. The boys are 1-0 up already. Big Tammy has played a killer ball. And that man Gakpo runs in and gets the goal. And it is 1-0 to the boys. I dig Reading's away kit, by the way. Obviously, with 8 seasons into this career mode, the kit would have changed many a times. But I'm a fan of this. Oh, and Buemo. That is a ping of a ball. Is he going to make it? He has. Big Tammy can leap like a salmon in the middle. We've picked out... Ooh. Picked out Scarlett of all people. Love that. Gakpo again. And Buemo on the overlap, boys. Let's get a second goal here. Get a second one for the boys. Brian, just whip it. Finesse! Never in doubt. Those are the Brentford Day flashbacks, boys. This is what this man has in his locker. We're definitely watching the replay on this one. Brian Buemo announcing himself in the cup final. That trophy you just saw flash through your eyes is going to be in our hands at the end of this. What a peach. 2-0 up at half time. Feeling confident. Leicester do look a little bit dangerous going forward, but when you got a 91 overall Christian Bilek in your defence, there's no need to fear. I might rotate it a little bit. I'm tempted to bring on Al Hajj for Buemo, just to add a little bit of pace, something a little electrical on that right hand side. But I'm confident, boys. Silverware is coming to the Reading. So Calamundo and Busio are coming on just to see the game out. A bit of fresh legs in the middle of the park and up front. I just want that third goal to seal this, okay? Put it to bed, boys. We don't want any madness happening from Leicester's end. Tammy, Calamundo, Busio straight through the middle, straight away. My boy, Busio. Busio! Big leap, Tammy, big leap. One of you. It's done. It's GG's in the chat, boys. That is a 3-0 cup final lead, and it is the Reading boy. I know he's at Bayern Munich now. I'm sorry. It is what it is. He's left Reading for Bayern Munich at the time of me recording this. But he gets the goal. And most importantly, that is 3-0 in the cup final. Maybe just to get a cheeky one more goal. Just for the clout. Beautiful bit of defending. Bilek again. That man is a mammoth. Boys, one more goal. One more goal. Make it 4. Make me happy. Get me that silverware in my hands. Joe Willock. Tammy Abraham is in space. Tammy. Oh, boys, have we got one more chance? This is it. Big Joe Willock. Big Joe seals the game. 4-0 to Reading. Silverware in our final season. Al Capitan himself. What a player. There we have it then, guys. 4-0 win in the cup final. Sometimes you just got to put your feet up and admire your hard work. You know, 8 seasons that has taken for these boys. Look at the joy, the pure passion in their eyes. Badia Shili, I'm sorry, my boy, but Busio is dancing on it. He's dancing on it because we are championes of the EFL Cup. So here it is, the trophy in all its glory. It looks beautiful. Big Christian making his way onto the podium, and on comes Joe. It's the moment we waited for, guys. First bit of silverware in this career mode. Make it happen, Joe. Bring it in, rein it in, boys. Happy days. We've done it, lads. Silverware at Reading FC. Big tick in the book, but we're not done yet. We still got potential silverware to come. Let's just admire this for a few more seconds. The boys, we've done it. So guys, you honestly cannot make this up. We have found our way to the UEFA Europa League final. And of course, we are against our old rivals, Leicester City. They got a fully rested team this time, so do I. Ultimate difficulty competitive mode is on. Let's see if we can get our second bit of silverware in this season. And then most importantly, let's see where we finish, guys. Remember, this is the last season I am playing with this career mode. Season number 8, I believe. It has been a long grind. God knows how long this video actually is. But let's end with a bang, guys. So drop me a like if you are still watching. If you are, thank you so much for the support, guys. Oh, Brian Bobby's burst in, boys. Brian Bobby has burst in. He found a pocket. And we're 1-0 down. Looking at him, Buemo. I think we timed that perfectly, Brian. On your strong foot, Brian. Leno's the Leicester goalkeeper. 1-0 down at half time, guys. I feel like we have been the most dominant side going forward. We definitely had the most chances, but Hassan Mawar on the counter-attack is deadly. We're going to keep it as it is for now. Hopefully, that one chance is all we need. Tammy Abraham needs to step up here, boy. Look at him go. Tammy on the last man. Little fake. Onto your stronger foot. Finesse that. What a tackle, mate. He's absolutely gone through him. Joe with the pace. Tammy. Oh, lads. Lovely from Alhaj. Lovely bit of play. Boys, we've got men over here. So much space. Tammy again on the edge. On his side, Dean. Get lucky. The boys, we take those, the luck when needed, and it is that man, Scarlett. Lovely stuff, lads. Such a well-deserved goal. I'm not gonna lie, we have been peppering their goal non-stop. Leno's been putting off some worldy saves. Tammy Abraham's been missing sitters. And finally we get that breakthrough. Definitely get a bit of jam on toast here. But we'll take it. We'll take it any day of the week, boys. Fingers crossed we can push on now and get that winner. Joe through the middle. First time finesse. What a goal, my boy. Big Joe Willock. Oh, you don't understand how good that feels, guys. Tammy Abraham has had an absolute nightmare this game, but he's got 2 massive assists, the link-up play, and that man again. Back-to-back final goals for Joe Willock. And Buemo starts it off. Tammy Abraham plays it in. 1 touch. Have that for a finish. Great goal. Oh, ref, blow the whistle. Referee, blow the whistle. It's been 2 minutes, ref. Not like this. Yes, we've done it, lads. Look at the scenes, boys. Tammy Abraham cannot believe it. Back-to-back silverware in our last season. A Europa League final, an EFL Cup final. Oh, the lads. I feel like a proud father. Now, this is a bit of an upgrade on the last one, isn't it, boys? Look at that. UEFA Europa League. Here he comes at the end. Big Joe walking in. Guns flexing. El Capitan himself. Second bit of silverware in this season, guys. What a way to end off this rebuild. Go on, Joe. Make it happen. Oh, yeah. There we go, boys. Happy days. So with the end of the Europa League, guys, we get to see our finishing place in the Premier League. We got 4th. Happy days, lads. All round successful last season. We get our highest finishing placing. Champions League football, which we would have gotten anyway because we ended up beating Leicester. And we just beat Leicester to 4th place as well, mate. They must hate us. For 4th place in our final season, let's do a little in-depth dive into the players and see how well we are doing across the board. Morales is an 86, Ramsdale is an 80. A couple of the players you might not recognise are youth players I've signed or free agents that have basically been loaned out or sold on to make some extra funds. Omar Richards, one of the OGs, 87 overall. We've got Gertruda, 85 overall. A couple of these youngsters down here. Christian Bielik, 91 overall for our boy. Boubacar Kamara, 86. Kana, one of the original signings, was a 74. We didn't get too much game time. Chalaba, 81. Jens Petter, 84. Tuguia, 80. Gakpo, quality signing as well, playing at centre mid. Camero, 86 overall for the boy. Busia up to a 78. Alhaj, 81. Big Joe Willock, 88. Where we at? And Buemo, 85. Scarlett, 85. Tammy, 88. And Kalamundu 84. Overall, unreal team, guys. Unreal career mode. I hope you enjoyed this rebuild as always. If you're still watching this, you're an absolute legend. I appreciate the support, guys. But until next time, I've been Morse. I hope you enjoyed. Do let me know down below which team you want me to rebuild next. I hope you enjoyed the Reading one. I'll catch you soon for another one. Take it easy.